dramatic video of an airplane crashing into a river in Taipei, Taiwan, shortly after takeoff. Let's just look at this video. It's insane. As you can see, the plane right after takeoff banks there. It clips a taxi before landing in the water, in the river next to the bridge right there. And look at that. It's just insane. Have you?
I immediately get to go to that movie with Denzel Washington, Flight, and just think about like the passengers are on there and all the fright, and for them to like not hit these cars,
it's a seriously horrific crash.
Yeah, it is.
58 people were on board. The last that I saw, 31 people were killed on that plane. 15 people were injured. 12 are still missing. They've so far been able to lift some of the plane, pieces of the plane, out of the water. Apparently, the pilot radioed that he had an engine problem, an engine flameout right after takeoff. And the video, I think, is just an insane thing to watch. When you see that taxi driver right there, he's ahead of the person who has the dash cam. And you can see him being clipped by the wing of the plane right there. And remarkably, he survived. He survived with head injuries. I believe he's still in the hospital right now. But the shot of there was a still photo that was on the internet of his car, and you can see where the front end of it hasn't been destroyed. It's just been crushed, like he was hit by, I don't know, a flying plane.
Yeah.
It's really remarkably a remarkable feat of engineering and a feat of piloting, I should say, by these pilots. Because if you notice, there are all of these apartment buildings right there. And they managed to miss the apartment buildings and miss most of the people. They really didn't kill anybody on the ground, which is also remarkable. So, a huge and difficult problem that they have in Taiwan. My question is, does this make you guys any less likely to want to fly?
Well, maybe to Asia, because this is the second one, right?
Yes, you're right.
It's kind of ridiculous. I'm trying to figure out at what point is one too many, and then there's some type of reform, or we're starting to look at the pilots, look at the machine, the equipment, like look at the planes and figure out why is this happening so often? I mean, this is out of order. I mean, these are people's lives at stake here.
Right.
I mean,
that was a propeller plane.
Yes, it was, I think, what did they call it? Where is it? Well, I can't find it here, but basically, yes, it was a twin prop plane, 58 people, so it wasn't one of the biggest planes that you could have. But it is an interesting question why this particular airline, TransAsia, like you said, this is their second accident that they've had. They had one back in July that killed 48 people. Is it an issue with maintenance on the airplane? Is it an issue with pilot training?
I'm always shocked that this doesn't happen more often. Like, I'm always shocked that so few planes fall out of the sky. Right? It's like less than 1% of them, right, fall out of the sky and kill people. So it's amazing that I just think every time. So when I get on a plane, they say you have a better chance of being killed in the car on the way to the airport than you do in the plane, which is true. So I don't, what was nice when I was depressed, flying got a lot ezer.
I'm like, what are you depressed?
That's one way of looking at it.
I used to worry about the plane going down when I get out. Then when I was depressed, I get out like, I dare you. Fucking go ahead. Go ahead. I hope you crash. Go ahead. Take me out. Try.
I would have jumped off that plane immediately if I was sitting next to him and heard him wishing for that.
Yeah. Well, and they do say that the most dangerous times to be in an airplane are on takeoff and on landing, because that's when the most difficult aspects of the flight are and when the most mechanical problems occur. So still don't know exactly what happened in this particular flight or what caused this particular engine to flame out, if indeed that was the case, but we'll keep an eye on it and let you know.